As a political reporter, sometimes I'm jealous of meteorologists. After all, they have a watch and warning system to alert you when something isn't right. A watch tells you it may get rough. An advisory alerts you that something is happening. A warning tells you to really be careful, and in some cases, adjust your life. In political reporting, we don't have a warning system when it comes to the debt limit debate or anything else. But by my estimation right now, this debate probably hasn't reached warning status yet, but it is something you're going to want to watch closer in the coming weeks. Let's remind you what we are talking about with the debt limit. The debt limit is the absolute maximum amount the government is allowed to borrow to pay its debts. Right now, it's at $31.4 trillion. The U.S. reached that debt limit back on January 19th. However, since then, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has been deploying what's known as extraordinary measures to keep the economy from defaulting, like limiting investments in federal employees' retirement plans. Once the debt limit is raised again, plans are in place to make those accounts whole again with no impact. But the secretary is starting to run out of maneuvers, as well as time. Previously, she said in early June her options could be exhausted. But there are new concerns that date may be moving up, prompting new warnings for the economy. As a reminder, May begins next week. And that's because the IRS in April has brought in fewer dollars than what was originally forecasted. Lower than expected tax receipts so far are partially the result of a weak stock market that produced a decline in capital gains taxes. As far as the political realities of raising the debt limit, to some degree, little has changed between Democrats and Republicans. On Wednesday, Republican Speaker Kevin McCarthy passed the Limit, Save, Grow Act in the House, which raises the debt ceiling through March of next year, but does so by limiting spending and blocking student loan forgiveness. But Democratic leaders in the Senate have said that will not pass in their chamber. President Biden saying this Wednesday.
Happy to meet with McCarthy, but not on whether or not the debt limit gets extended. That's not negotiable.
As a reminder, this debt limit debate is a uniquely American issue. No other major democracy besides Denmark has a debt limit federal law. Congress first enacted it back in 1917, and since 1960, Congress has extended it or raised it 80 times. The U.S. has never defaulted. Joe St. Scripps News, Washington.